All right, one guy to the left, one guy to the right. He knows where all of them are. Hey guys, and welcome to my channel, Time to Spin a Window. Now this is a user-submitted demo. This is a game on FACEIT against a 5-stack. And now supposedly there are 3 guys on the 5-stack that may be cheating, so we're going to check them out. He said the alleged cheaters are Sound9, Vibe, and Cold Bira. Let's look here, Sound9, Vibe, and Cold Bira. So we will check them out and see if his allegations are correct. So if people are cheating, I can imagine that they're legit hacking and it's going to be pretty hard to detect. But let's check it out anyways. Let's start off with Cold Bira. This first round's just a knife round, not too worried about that. Alright, on to the pistol round. Making his way up middle here, checking over to the left-hand side. Doesn't really spot anyone out. Gets shot in the back. Did not seem to expect that at all. Pushing up over here towards sight. Heard some footsteps of a guy walking away. Heard footsteps of a guy in sight. Kind of got lucky on the rotation of the guy in sight. Pushing around, did get flanked here and did manage to catch the guy in library. Now there is one guy top mid on the left side and one guy pushing alt mid, and the timing is just absolutely perfect on getting the guy over here in alt mid. Yeah, it does look like it could possibly be a radar hack. 2 guys in sight here. Now this is a 5Q as well, so I mean, you know, communication is going to be a big part, because they're probably all talking with each other, and any information they get, they're probably sharing it along, which is how you're supposed to play Counter-Strike. Before I continue, here's a quick word from this video's sponsor. If you want to sell your skins quickly, safely, and easily, then check out SellYourSkins.com. Sell Your Skins is rated a 4.5 on Trustpilot by over 165,000 users. Talk about being trusted. The link is in the description below. They offer higher prices than other cash-out sites, and you can get paid through PayPal, Revolt, Bank transfer, and other various methods. You can also receive up to 5% more cash through the site ranking system. If you use the link in the description and promo code TIMES, you will get an extra 5% as well. That's SellYourSkins.com. Alright, guy shooting them from behind. Peeking around the corner and able to finish off Lego My Ego. 2 guys on the left-hand side. Looks like he was completely caught off guard by that one. And now making his way over here towards the B site. Pretty standard position where the CT's playing from. Didn't seem to know about the boost. Right now it's not looking too crazy. The guy pushing through that smoke seems to have caught him off guard as well. And yeah, I mean there was one moment that looked a little suspicious, but other than that, I can't say that too much of this looks weird. Lots of guy out window here. Tapping over there towards the wood. Continuing to tap. One guy pushing through halls did not get tagged up. Spots out one guy above the smoke here. Sprays him down. Nothing too crazy about that. Throwing some utility for his teammates. One guy coming in for the flank. You'd think if he was radar hacking, he could have been more aware about this guy coming in for the flank. Now making his way over here towards the B side. One guy up on top. He spots him out. Gets the kill. Should know there's another guy in sight because of his teammate. But he didn't seem to. One guy is pushing through halls. He's looking over there right now. Good timing on looking over there. But it looked like he actually planned on pushing halls himself. So I think that was why he was watching it. One guy over here, back of sight. Obviously, all of his teammates have gone down, so there's a good chance he knew where that guy's position was just because of that and his teammates calling out stuff. One guy over here in spawn, he is checking. I think he saw him. Able to take him down and going to continue to push over here towards middle. Now, there is only one CT left, and he is in top mid. He's going to peek out. Ooh, hits a nice shot to take down the final counter-terrorist there. Okay, so he pushes through halls here. One guy is aggressive. He hears the footsteps. Teammate goes down. He peeks out off of that to get that trade kill. Perfectly well played. His teammate definitely spots him out there. The guy in mid that pushed over here towards Boiler. And he wasn't able to get the kill. But, I mean, that's how he knew the guy had pushed up there. Alright, one guy up close here on the left-hand side. Peeks out. Does spot him out and gets the kill. I wouldn't say that's too crazy. Taking some shots over here. Again, remember, this would be, if it's anything, it would probably be radar, and in this case, it really doesn't even look like radar. Holding the angle passively, gonna peek out here. They have to push through that smoke. He's got that shotgun. Really well done as they push through. Alright, one more guy pushing up here. He is able to take him down with the MP9. Gonna push through the smoke. Doesn't check to the right, but checks to the left. Again, another situation where you'd think if he had radar, he'd look the right direction there, because he had plenty of time to check it before he pushed through. Down one here, peeking out again, and he's going to get taken down by, I think his name was Chubby. One guy on the right side of mid, he's going to flash left mid, and he gets annihilated by Nort. And here he did not know about the guy pushing aggressive towards him. I guess he was technically the one that was aggressive, but he didn't know about the guy in mid. Okay, gets a kill here. He is mollied off from pushing out of this corner. Now he's not. He's going to push more aggressive here. Jumps up, taking some shots. That was good. That was right on target. That was a little strange. Now he's staring over here at the wall. Peeks out at like the perfect time and takes down Nort. Checks out, spots him out, goes for the peek, and gets taken down. I mean, you'd expect that FACEIT players are probably going to know how to play the game, because you probably need to know how to play the game at least a little bit to find FACEIT in the first place. And I'm not sure if he said this was FACEIT rank 10. I guess we can check. I haven't checked yet. Alright, so this round, he makes his way over here towards the B site. Two guys pushing up, his teammate spots them out, jumps up, takes down one, takes down the next, and now he pushes his way into the smoke. He doesn't actually see this guy. The timing on the shot is insane. This is overtime, so I guess if someone were to cheat, this would become the moment that it gets more blatant. He has had a couple interesting smoke kills this game, but I mean, this kind of stuff does happen from time to time. He's not really following them through the smoke. One more guy in that smoke. He's able to take him down. Don't think he knew about the guy right behind him. If that guy reacted a little bit quicker, I don't think he would have picked up all those kills. I don't know if he's just awkward with the AWP or what. Of course, he didn't want to make noise. Peeks out. He was just checking over there towards Boiler, I think. I don't think he knew that the terrorist had actually come out yet. All right, spots out this guy in sight. He's got great positioning to take down both of these guys, and his teammate was really decoying there. Nothing too weird there either, because obviously he heard the shots. Picking over here towards middle, and that's kind of the end of it. After all that, there were a couple moments that seemed a little bit weird. For one, somewhere down the line, around the time he went into overtime, he became a smoke god. His timing was just impeccable, and not to mention that even on this round, he started aiming at the guy coming from the left side of the smoke before he saw him. The biggest reason why all this is so suspicious is it's not like it was happening throughout the game. He wasn't even guessing people in the right spot through smokes throughout the game. But for some reason, when the score was 12-10, every one of his sprays and shots through smokes seemed to connect. But even still, there's still reason to doubt that he was using anything, because if he was, would he even try to make a play like this knowing that there's a guy behind him? I don't think so. I think this is a play that's done based on ignorance. So for now, I'm going to have to give him a pass. Let's move on to the next player. Alright, so we're going to check out Sal9 now. It's an interesting cross here. Peeks out, spots the guy out at the corner. Good kill there. Standard positioning. Was not able to adapt to the second guy peeking out on him, but he is going to try to push forward here. Spots him out, gets the one tap onto Chubby there. Teammates over there taking the A site, which is a shame because he kind of took that B site all by himself. Alright, so that's going to leave one guy left. Does he know where this guy is? He shot a chicken over here in middle, rather. And the CT is rotating over. Now he's going to decide to make his way up middle loud. 47 seconds. Kind of half-ass checking everything. Check site. Plants the bomb in the corner here. Little safe plant spot. Typical for people that don't know where the other player is. Alright, just kind of playing over here at lane. Not the best place to play from to try to protect that bomb. One guy peeking out into sight, good timing, and takes him down as Nort is checking everything to try to get in. Alright, here he's going to spam through the smoke, turns around, spams the right side of the smoke where the guy's going to have to fall back at some point, and does get the kill. Kind of staring at him through the wall there, but he did spot him out, so I mean, it's not too crazy. Alright, one guy mid here, peeks out, he's trying to go for that bomb. Other guy kind of starting to shoot at his teammate, I think, which is why he was able to pick up that kill. One guy on boost. This guy might actually be using some kind of radar hack. He just seems so aware consistently. But let's see. One guy over here on the left. Spots him out. Not able to shoot him, though. Two guys pushing banana. Gonna smoke it off. Kind of comes out on that guy. Other guy's in sight. Heard him fall back. Let's see if he checks up top. He actually checked towards the bottom where the CT was, but the CT jumped up right as he peeked out. This is a little shady, I'm not going to lie. Sal9 is a little shady. He's predicting exactly where people are. One guy in that smoke, he seems to be aware of it. Alright, one guy to the left, one guy to the right. He knows where all of them are. There's one. Oh, maybe he didn't know where that guy was. So here's the full round so you can see exactly how he got into that situation. Watch this round from a little bit earlier. Obviously, Sal is by far the shadiest person in this game. Gonna smoke it off, spots another guy out, uses this smoke to get over towards CT spawn as well as that flash. Goes right past the CT. Teammate went down to that counter-terrorist that he passed right past. He's able to get into Cathedral without being spotted. A lot of stuff had to go right for him to get this positioning, I'm not gonna lie. And now he comes out, kills the guy over here close to his right. That was just a crazy series of events, and the reason it's as shady as it is because up till this point he has seemed like he may be overly aware. Still, I mean, he's looking incredibly aware. I almost think he's wall hacking. Like that aware. Two guys over here on Banana. He takes the corner. He's able to take one down. Sprays the other one down pretty good. They were both kind of lined up there. Nothing too crazy about that. Let's see where he's looking as he comes in. He does spot out the guy in sight. Not quite able to react to him. And this time, he did look more oblivious than he has been so far this game. All right, gonna peek out again. He was able to spot down AZN. One more guy making his way over here into the site. Throws a couple flashes. Peeks out. And sprays him down. Good flashes on that aggressive peek. Did he know he was there? Or was that just, is that what he does when he takes the site? Alright, CT side now. Chasing after this terrorist with a knife. Pulls back out his USP and finishes off Nort. Well, his teammate got knifed, so we should know that there's one guy underpass. Still somehow, some reason, pulled out his knife there. Alright, alt mid 2 nades came in. Able to spot one out. It's quite a bit of damage. Should have taken his time a little bit there. All right, one guy lane. Good timing on the peek out. Watching these two spots. Now, if you look at the radar, there is one more guy creeping his way over here into sight. And he does not seem to know where he's at. He stopped moving there. Maybe he was about to check radar. In middle, one guy pushing up mid, making noise. He's able to take him down. Spots out the other one. Goes for the 2-tap. Not quite on target, but does get the gun. And now making his way over here towards the B site. Two guys there on the right-hand side. Wow, that was incredible. I don't know if that was just luck or a really good transfer, but that was really well done. One guy over here in halls, and he's able to take him down with a headshot. Have to peek out on the bottom here. The timing is really good, and because of that, he is going to get taken out. Grenaded mid. Don't spot anyone out. He's going to use that as time to peek out, but right then, the terrorist is going to spam the corner. All right, so on the T side, there was definitely some shady moments for sure, especially like through the smokes and stuff like that. Some of his play seemed overly aware. So far on the CT side, I haven't really seen anything like that. One guy going to push through here. He's going to spray him down. By the way, this is a ridiculously close game. It's 12-10, and it goes into overtime. This guy just went down to his teammate, so he should know he's here. Able to pick up the kill. Going to pick up that AK-47 and get away, but he does not know that the guy's still here. One guy is at corner. Guy peeked out aggressively. He was not able to capitalize, but now he is. He is on the repeat. CT should not have repeat there after getting the info. Alright, one guy in sight. He heard the shot. Goes around the smoke. And that didn't look too weird. So yeah, everything that I was saying in the first half of the game has pretty much stopped. So let's watch this round one more time. Peeks up towards the top. Walks out. Peeks the bottom. I swear, I would have reacted to that like 1,000 times over. But it worked out for him. Now, in this situation, we got one guy coming up from CT spawn. He's able to take him down. Nothing too crazy about that. Knows the last guy's over here towards Banana. Took down his teammate already. Holding the angle over by Fountain. Pretty standard position. And he's able to take him down. Nothing too weird there. And honestly, it's one of the strangest things I've ever seen because, like I said, it looked like he was too aware in the first half. And then when it got closer, all of a sudden he became less aware. And even though they did win this, it did not feel like he had too much information after the second half. So what is going on here? Would he really just turn it off if he were using something if the game was that close? Or maybe he thought his other teammate that started shooting everyone through smokes turned it on at that point. And this leads us to the third player. On me to check out is this Vibe guy. One guy over here in pit. By the way, remember all the CTs kind of die here. Sorry, all the T's kind of die here and leave the last terrorist in a horrible situation. Vibe is making his way up mid here. He does not even expect that boost. Honestly, I didn't even expect that boost. One guy flanking from mid at this moment. This is the guy that kind of has a really good flank on all of them. Yeah, this guy is nowhere near as aware as the second guy was. He even comes out looking the wrong direction here. All right, pushing through the smoke, spots him out, gets the headshot. And now there is one over here towards halls. One guy pushes up mid. He did not check boiler. That's like a major catastrophe right there. Here's footsteps from library. Wants to go for the knife. Gets the knife. All right, watching over here towards middle. And tried to react to the guy jumping, but the other guy peeked out right after and takes him out. Now his teammate pushes through, he pushes through, and you know, he does not seem to be overly aware of what people are. Now one guy over here in pit on the right hand side. Alright, so once again making his way over here, checking over towards pit, checks over here towards lane, and gets the kill. Now there is one guy on his left, creeped up through underpass. He was pretty aware of that, but maybe he was just checking it and the timing just coincided. Holding the angle here. CT is going to push up. They're peeking out over here. A couple guys making their way up mid. Sitting over here in boiler, taking some taps. Spots one guy out in that smoke. One guy shooting him from above. Oh my goodness, everyone's struggling to hit each other because of that 80-80 spam fest. One more guy up top here. Taking some shots. His teammate's going to come around the corner. And he's going to go aggressive here. Going through underpass. Gets a kill. Going to get out of there. Another guy drops. He actually comes back. He picks up the kill. So he does not see this guy coming in from behind him. And so he makes his way over here, does look over to his left. His teammate's looking down from top mid, which is why I don't think he worried too much about the right-hand side. All right, here in a 1v1 clutch situation, does he know where the terrorist is? It does not appear like he does. He's looking over towards the right. A lot of people like to hide in that corner, and obviously the terrorist was not in that corner. Looking down over here towards mid, picks up a kill with that MP9. Still got one guy top mid, took down his teammate. Tweaks him, tries to spray him down, does quite a bit of damage, but not enough to get the kill. Alright, this round, you're going to go with an AK-47. They have to go for a retake, a 3v2. One guy on the right side of mid, spots him out, not able to get the kill. Got 13 HP, pushing through a smoke here. AWP holding the angle, and going to take him out. Alright, so here he pushes down mid, using that nade cover a little bit. And you can see the terrorist pushing out. No one has spotted him. So because of that, he's actually behind at least one terrorist here. Waiting. Now he's taking shots at him. There's quite a bit of damage. Because of that flashbang, the terrorist still didn't know where he was exactly. Spots a guy in mid, able to take him down. Looks like he was oblivious to him at first. Peeks back out, spots out a terrorist. He is doing the little thing where he spots him out first and then comes back out. Kind of giving him a bit of a disadvantage as well. Alright, one guy over here making his way from alt mid to mid. It comes out perfectly on that guy. Alright, here you can see the terrorists are taking that B site. He peeks over towards mid and gets annihilated. One guy by lane, one guy pushing halls. He heard the footsteps, peeks out on the guy pushing this, but he does not seem overly aware there. Yeah, this guy is nowhere near as shady as the previous guy. Alright, so this round, Vibe is going to make his way up middle. That was a little weird, the way he looked at that guy over there on the right-hand side. Just kind of looking at him. That's a little strange. Pushing his way into the smoke. And now just kind of sitting in the smoke. There is one guy on the left-hand side. Able to take down that CT on the left side of mid. This is the last round of the game. And it's by far his shadiest round so far. One guy pushing around, but he looked away right as he peeked out. So probably did not have too much information there. Now, I believe that the reason he kept looking over there towards alt mid is because his teammate was the guy watching alt mid and his teammate went down. And while it makes the last round a little bit less shady, it was still his shadiest round by far. So was anyone cheating? Well, by far Sal was the shadiest of all the players because his first half of the game, he always seemed to be looking at the right place at the right time. But logically, it just doesn't make any sense to me because even though his teammate did get shadier when the score was 12-10, I can't imagine him going, well, I did my job, now it's your job, I'm going to turn off my cheats for the second half. But I can definitely understand why this demo was submitted to me, because it definitely does look shady at moments, but not shady enough for me to say evident beyond reasonable doubt. But I'd like to hear from you guys. What do you guys think? Do you think anyone was cheating in this game? And if so, how did they go about it? Let me know in the comments below and have a great day.